their own half. Van den Haar puts it into the Liverpool half, where it's won by Whelan to Dalglish, and Dalglish finds Nicol on the far side. Good ball by Nicol. Craig Johnston chasing hard. Johnston just outside the penalty area, tackled by Kevin Ratcliffe, and the clearance finally by Sheedy towards the halfway line. Lawrenson helps it back for Liverpool, but the linesman's flag is up on the far side against Kenny Dalglish for offside, so it will be a free kick to Everton. The captain, Kevin Ratcliffe, hits it back, his third cup final in succession as the Everton captain, and only the fifth Welshman to lift the FA Cup here at Wembley. Ball drops just inside the Everton half, won by Whelan, but he loses out, and it's laid back for Gary Stevens for Everton, and sensibly gives the ball to Mims. What a day for Bobby Mims. Only his 12th game in the Everton first team, just a few weeks ago, on loan away from the club. Ball midway inside the Liverpool half. Whelan hits it high, well controlled by Rush, but Rush's pass short for McDonald, and Bracewell wins it, trying to find Graham Sharp on the far side. Sharp is there again, can't direct the header though, and Whelan clears deep into the Everton half. Rush tangles with Minefield, and Rush has fouled Minefield according to the referee. That will be a free kick for Everton. Jimmy Armfield alongside me. An important opening sector of the game, Jim.
Yes, I think they're trying to get these first tackles in. First time you get it, find possession, find one of your own players. That's what we're looking to do in the early part of the game. Nothing silly. As you say, big ball for Bobby Mims. It is as well for Beglin and McDonald on the other side. It's their first time here. And these three lads will want to get in the game as quickly as possible.
A moment of danger perhaps coming up for Liverpool, because Alan Hansen, pushing Gary Lineker in the back, has given Everton a free kick. Half a dozen yards outside the Liverpool penalty area. Sheedy is there, so too is Gary Stevens. Reed standing over the ball at the moment, lays it to Bracewell. Stevens tries the shot, but it's high over Bruce Grobbelaar's crossbar, and that will be a goal kick to Liverpool. Something of a surprise there, because Sheedy is the free kick expert for Everton, and he would normally have been expected to strike that when he didn't. It was the fullback Stevens who did, and the end result, safety for Liverpool, and Grobbelaar with the goal kick. Right-footed clearance by Grobbelaar, dropping 10 yards inside the Everton half. Van den Haar beats Johnston in the air. Nichols there for Liverpool, gets a second bite. Good ball laid forward to Dalglish. Dalglish out to Johnston, a yard in from the far touchline. Liverpool right, tried to find Dalglish once more, but Sheedy did well. Has to concede the throw in though, and Sheedy limps away from that challenge by Steve Nicol. It will be Nicol who will take the throw in for Liverpool, midway inside the Everton half. Down to Molby. Molby, good ball to Johnston, but the referee spotted a foul by Peter Reid on Molby after the ball had left the Dane's foot, and it will be a free kick to Liverpool. Molby standing over the ball. Lawrenson comes up. Lawrenson takes it. Short to the right for Nicol. Nicol played back inside once more for Molby, and Molby, not liking the options up front, brings his captain into play inside the centre circle. Long ball forward by Hansen, chested down by Johnston. Now it's Molby. Johnston is short to his right. Johnston goes on the run, but Molby brought down. And the second foul on Jan Molby within a minute. Another free kick to Liverpool. A couple of yards in from the far touchline. Jan Molby will be a very influential member of that Liverpool midfield. Taken quickly. Nichols crossed in, Rush for the header, but no danger. He rose well, but without the direction or the power, and the ball went 5 yards past Bobby Mims' left hand upright.
I think Liverpool will be more appreciative of the way they've started, certainly than Everton. They've put one or two passes together, 2 free kicks, both knocked short, and consequently that always looks to me as though they're fairly confident.
Mims with the goal kick, drops inside the centre circle. Whelan rises, can't meet it. Liverpool win possession with Molby. Still inside the centre circle. Dalglish's first time pass only finds Van den Haar, but Van den Haar's long ball forward outside the Liverpool penalty area, met by Grobbelaar. Not an Everton player within range, and Grobbelaar calls his defenders towards him. Lays it short for Hansen, just outside that Liverpool penalty area. 15 yards to his left for Beglin. Left foot, long ball played forward. Stevens is under it. Only directs it to Rush. Rush to Whelan. Back to Rush. Good play by the Liverpool players on this near side. Liverpool left. Tried to do another 1-2. Did Rush with Molby, but it broke down that time. And Stevens plays long. Hansen stretches out his right foot just in time, directs the ball out of play. Lineker was there in danger, and it's a throw-in to Everton. Midway inside the Liverpool half. On this near side of the field, that's the Everton right in the first half. Stevens, the fullback, takes the throw-in to Reid. Reid turns away from Mulvey, looks for support, chips it to the far side of the field, met by Sheedy. Sheedy back to Ratcliffe, and Ratcliffe first time ball forward, looking for Bracewell. Liverpool win it back. Mulvey tries to set Johnston clear on the right, but the pass was out the direction on that occasion, and Ratcliffe, who was up in support of his attack one moment, back defending the next, and lays it back to Mims. Out to the edge of his penalty area. Right-footed. No score here at Wembley. 6 minutes gone in this all-Merseyside final. I can tell you there's already a goal at Hampden Park in the Scottish Cup final. And poor Hearts, who lost the Scottish League title in rather tragic fashion last Saturday afternoon, are already a goal down to Aberdeen. John Hewitt with the goal for Alex Ferguson's team. Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0. Here it's Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Liverpool in possession. Beglin. It's it long. Mountfield's clearance. Sharp is under it. Directs the header towards Lineker, but Hansen's in there quickly. And then Hansen's a little slow to clear when Bracewell dashed in. And Liverpool just a little fortunate that the ball went past any sense of danger and back to Grobbelaar inside his own penalty area. The Liverpool keeper's long clearance headed on by Johnston. Dalglish chases, but Ratcliffe's there to put the ball out of play, far side of the field. Midway inside the Everton half. Liverpool right. Nicol takes a throw into Dalglish. Back to Nicol. Into the penalty area. McDonald's there. And McDonald was appealing to the linesman as Mims gathered the ball. I think he was suggesting that the ball bounced up against Derek Mountfield's hand. But the linesman had a perfect view of that incident, kept his flag down, and certainly no penalty. Mims' clearance just drops inches inside his own half. Well controlled by Sheedy. And Sheedy, then under pressure from Nicol, decides against going forward, looks back to Mims again and says, here, have it back, another go. The second attempt by Mims, met by the head of Johnston, and Johnston's header into the Everton half. Nowhere near any Liverpool players. Back is Van den Haar, and Van den Haar gives the ball to his goalkeeper once more. It's going to be tight. It's certainly going to be tigerish in midfield. And if you ignore the evidence of the two Merseyside derbies this season, there's not likely to be too many goals. We had a stunning game at Goodison back in September, which Liverpool won 3-2. Everton replayed the complement at Anfield, winning 2-0. But it's rare to have that many goals in a Merseyside derby. And perhaps one goal this afternoon could well decide the destination of the FA Cup. Bracewell, forward to Reid, inside the Liverpool half, tackled heavily by Whelan. The referee looked at first, and I was pretty sure he wasn't going to award the free kick, and then he changed his mind. And he has done. Free kick to Everton.
Yes, I think he had to give a free kick in that situation. A bit scrappy in the match at the moment.
Stevens, the fullback, will take this free kick. 25 yards inside the Liverpool half. Takes it right-footed into that penalty area. Mountfield with a run. Headed clear by Hansen. Met by Bracewell. Bracewell tries to head it out to this near side of the field. Looking for Trevor Stevens. But Beglin clears for Liverpool. Over the halfway line. Ratcliffe jumps with his Welsh mate Ian Rush and fouls Rush. Best of friends. Not many kind words between the two this afternoon, I'm sure, but there'll be a pint between the two afterwards, whatever happens. The free kick taken by Liverpool quickly. It's with Beglin. Strikes it left-footed. Good ball. Met by McDonald just inside the penalty area, but Van den Haar in there to clear. Helped by Ratcliffe. Just a moment of danger there. The good ball played in by Jim Beglin, the fullback. But Everton have possession once more. Van den Haar. Van den Haar's poor pass forward. Nicol for Liverpool. Forward to McDonald. McDonald couldn't control it. Mountfield got in there quickly and back to Mims, but Kevin McDonald, Jimmy, is moving upfield far more often and far more quickly than we'd expect.
Yes, he's got him there twice and he's trying to make it a third time there. He's been a bit unlucky. That's a bit of a surprise for Everton to see McDonald coming up as quickly and as often as he has been.
Good play by Shaw. Back to Reid. Reid gets the cross into that Liverpool penalty area, but Sheedy was pushing Johnston as he headed the ball down, and that will be a free kick to Liverpool. Goodness, in the two Merseyside derbies we've had this season, Kenny Dalglish surprised everyone in the first one by playing Jan Molby as a sweeper. Then in the second, he had Jan Molby as a striker alongside Ian Rush. I wonder if Kevin McDonald's going to surprise us all tactically this afternoon. Hanson, the Liverpool captain, lays it 10 yards to his left to Beglin, and Beglin forward into the Everton half to Dalglish. Dalglish forward to Rush. Rush is onside with the ball too far forward of the Welsh striker. Mims comes out to the edge of his penalty area, gathers safely, but a moment of danger there for Everton. Mims clearance, headed on by Sheedy. Sheedy to Lineker, and Lineker backing into Lawrenson, but the referee says Liverpool have the advantage. They certainly have possession. It's with McDonald. McDonald rather dangerously hits it back in the big direction of Mark Lawrenson, and Lineker so quick rushed after it, and Lawrenson just stepped up a pace and played it safely back to Grobois. The long clearance from the goalkeeper bounces inside that Everton penalty area. Tremendous distance there, but Bobby Mims gathers easily as Rush came in. Tremendous length in the clearance by Grobois.
Yes, he's got the wind behind him at the moment, Liverpool. But apart from that, they started far more confidently. The back players, in particular, preparing to play short balls to the midfield players, get them into the game early. I think that's the tactic that Liverpool have gone for. And they're pushing Molby and McDonald forward to close Everton down. And so far they've succeeded, because Everton really haven't put an attack together yet of any real significance.
They have a throw in at the moment inside their own half, taken by Stevens. Stephen can't direct his header to any good effect as far as Everton are concerned, and Johnson back there for Liverpool, lays it 30 yards back to Bruce Grobois. On the edge of his penalty area, kicks it right-footed from right to left, high in the wind at Wembley Stadium. Almost fell for Johnson, but Everton win possession. Sheedy, the header down by Reid for Bracewell, back to Reid once more, and then Reid looking for Sheedy to make the run, but the Republic of Ireland international hadn't done so, so Liverpool with possession again. They've got a throw-in on the far side of the field, taken quickly by Dalglish for Johnston, and Johnston has won a corner. The first corner of the match. 12 minutes gone here at Wembley. Still Everton 0, Liverpool 0. And the corner won by Craig Johnston on the far side of the field. That's the Liverpool right in the first half. Steve Nicol coming short. And Gary Lineker back to shadow Nicol. And Johnston decides to hit it long and not to good effect, because it strikes Gary Lineker and bounces out of play for a throw-in. Wasted corner by Liverpool. Johnston takes the throw-in. Down to Nicol. Better cross this time. Beckman with a header from about 15 yards. But he headed that one like a fullback who didn't know where the goal was, but he wanted to find it. And it went 10 yards beside Mims' left hand upright. Goal kick to Everton.
Yes, he got himself forward. A good position for Beglin, really. He might have done a little bit better with that. As you say, I wouldn't say typical fullback header. Phil Neal and I won't agree with that.
I didn't mean you, Jim. I can't remember that far back. Liverpool in possession inside their own half. Nicol lays it forward, then gets it back when it came off an Everton player. Better ball this time to Rush. Molby back inside his own half though to Hanson, and Hanson lays it short for Beglin. And goodness gracious, I've just seen a fan perched on the roof of Wembley Stadium away to my right. I have no idea how he got up there. He's got easily the best view in the whole of the stadium. There are 100,000 people here and him, and he's got the best seat in the house. He's a brave man. I'm sure the police will be waiting for him at the end of the game, which is a great pity. His courage deserves better than that. The ball is out of play on this near side of the field. Throw in to Everton. Stevens, the right full-back, will take it. Looking for length. He's got a good long throw at Gary Stevens, but only finds Beglin on that occasion. Ball played forward to Rush. Rush can't control it. Lyle Lawrenson, deep inside his own half, under pressure from Lineker and Sharp. Does well. Out to Beglin. Long ball played forward, headed clear by Ratcliffe, only as far as Rush. Now it's Molby. Midway inside the Everton half. Molby's foul. Referee waves play on. It's with Craig Johnston. Touches it a few yards to his right. Can Nicol keep it in play? He can do. Turns inside Van den Aar. Well, then the fullback just stretches out a leg and deflects the ball away from danger for the moment. McDonald picks it up from Liverpool. Back to Lawrenson. Inside the Liverpool half. 30-yard ball to this near side of the field for Beglin. And Beglin goes on a run. Runs straight into trouble. Manages to avoid it. still has possession. He's got Johnston ahead of him. The flag is up for offside. The referee momentarily waved play on and then decided to award the free kick. That would have been offside against the inrush.
Yes, just slight hold up here. Mulvey's got a knock, but it's notable that Liverpool are getting the two fullbacks forward. Quite a bit of regularity, really. Nicol and Beglin looking very confident.
Liverpool, that phenomenal record in the league, champions 16 times, but cup winners only twice. A bit of a hoodoo, really, Wembley Stadium for them. The two victories, 1965, and then 12 years ago when they beat Newcastle United, 1974. Liverpool in possession. Mulvey's long ball played forward. McDonald chases. Stevens is there for Everton. Lays it back safely to Mims. And Stevens with good pace. Well the measure of the Liverpool midfield player on that occasion. Mims, long clearance. Headed on by Reid, who suggests he got a kick in the head from Ronnie Whelan. Whelan was just a little high. The ball is out of play in this near side of the field, and are we getting a free kick? We are indeed. Dangerous play against Ronnie Whelan. Mind you, Peter Reid isn't the tallest man in the world. I'm sure he was ducking for that one. Nevertheless, referee says free kick. Minefield will take it. Right-footed to the edge of the penalty area. Liverpool's defence clears well. Chested down by Mulvey. Mulvey back to Lawrenson, and Lawrenson's clearance to Dalglish. Lovely touch forward by Dalglish for a rush, but the referee decided to blow to the foul because Minefield was late in his challenge against the Liverpool player manager, and that's really unfortunate in a way, Jim, because it was definitely a foul, but it was a swift Liverpool break and a hint of danger there for Everton.
Yes, I think he's got a knock at the top of his leg, it looks like to me. Looks like he's got a knee in his buttock, I think I would imagine. But Liverpool are prepared to play the ball forward, to bring the midfield players into the game. Everton so far, disappointing me, when they've got the ball at the back, they've knocked it forward, looking to use the pace of Lineker all the time. And consequently, I think they've broken down too often because the Liverpool defence, we've seen this sort of situation before. They're reading it well, and they're closing them down. So consequently, they're keeping Lineker out of the game. If they can do that, they've got half the battle won.
The applause for Dalglish as he gets up. Lawrenson takes the free kick quickly, finds Beglin on this near side. Beglin's long ball forward once more, looking for Johnston. Headed clear only as far as Rush. Ratcliffe in there for Everton once more. Now Nicol for Liverpool. Right edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Gets the rebound off Sheedy. Lays it back to Mulvey. Mulvey beats one player, runs into a second. Ball breaks for Nicol. Nicol forward to Johnston is well offside. Another free kick to Everton. And this offside game is one that Everton employ most successfully, or have done certainly these last two seasons, and it's caught Liverpool out a few times already today.
One thing I've noticed, we were talking about McDonald making his runs. When Mulvey's gone forward, McDonald's had a tendency to hold back. I wonder whether that's the ploy, to get the two fullbacks forward and one of the midfield players. I think that looks to be the ploy, and hold the other player in front of the two central defenders.
18 minutes gone in the 105th FA Cup final. Still scoreless at Wembley. Aberdeen still leads Hearts 1-0 Everton depart in the Scottish Cup final. Everton on the attack with Stevens. Finds the fullback Stevens on this near side of the field, level with the edge of the penalty. Cross comes in. Great chance there for Graham Shaw. Graham Shaw appeals to him, brought down by Steve Nicol. The referee runs back towards the halfway line, and Everton felt they had a penalty, and from where we're sitting, looked to have a penalty with good cause.
Well, I would have said so, yes, because he looked to me as though he had a free header. We were right behind the flight of the ball as it came in. His legs seemed to disappear from underneath him. I must admit, we're all about 60 yards away from the incident, but we had a pretty good view of it. Certainly his legs seemed to disappear from underneath him there. Everton certainly protest quite strongly.
Well, we're used to players making half-hearted appeals for penalty kicks. That was a universal appeal from Everton. Reid and Sharp and Lineker all dashed back after the referee. He wanted none of it. And the end result is that there is no penalty, and it's still scoreless. Grobbelaar's long clearance, headed on by Nicol, into the Everton half. Dalglish jumps with Minefield. Minefield pulls Dalglish out of the way, and Everton on the attack with Lineker. Far side of the field, level with the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Takes Lawrenson on, gets the cross in, and Nicol heads behind his own goal. Corner to Everton, and Everton's best goal in the match.
Everton needed that. Did well there, Lineker. Prepared to take his man on. Showed his pace down the left-hand side. Actually got his cross on. It was headed away for a corner. It's not just that, it's the fact now they've got the ball together with a move now down the Liverpool end. That'll do them all the good.
Trevor Stephen will take it right-footed from the far side of the field. In swinging corner. Up goes Sharp, and Mulvey wins it for Liverpool. Heads out of his own penalty area. Dalglish wins possession and then wins the throw-in off Sheedy. And the boos come up from the Everton fans who felt that the Liverpool player manager was backing into Kevin Sheedy. Not so, says the referee. Throw into Liverpool. Midway inside their own half. Nicol will take it. Down to McDonald. Back to Nicol. Long clearance from the full-back. Rush can't meet it, but then he wins it off Van den Haa's legs. Back to Dalglish. Dalglish has Mulvey to his right. Keeps possession after the tackle by Reid. Lays it short to Johnston. Couple of yards from the goal line. Cross comes in. Up goes Rush. Header over the bar. And Ian Rush with a glimmer of a chance there, but he couldn't get above the ball and keep it down underneath it over the bar.
Great skills by Dalglish there. First of all, he rides a tackle, prepared to put a physical battle on for a 50-50 ball, won it, and then the layoff pass to Johnson looked nothing at all. It was weighted perfectly. Johnson got the crossover, right onto Rush, heading it over the top. Superb skill by Dalglish.
Sheedy for Everton. Inside the Liverpool half, tries to find Lineker. Helped clear by the Liverpool defence, and then Ratcliffe plays it to a red shirt in the shape of Craig Johnston. Johnston looks up, strikes it right-footed. Still to remind you that it's Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0. In the Scottish Cup final, John Hewitt with the goal for Aberdeen. Here it's still Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Bracewell. Short to his right for Stephen. Stephen lets the ball run away from him now. Minefield wins it back. Now Bracewell does very well. Dances past two Liverpool players. Plays it away from Whelan, and then Stevens runs into a little bit of trouble, but Everton still in possession. Sharp, back to Stevens. Still inside his own half though. Looks up, hits it long, right-footed for Lineker. Just outside the penalty area. Tussling there with Lawrenson. Langdon flag goes up for a foul against Lineker, but the referee waves play on. And Grobbelaar clears quickly. Right-footed. Drops midway inside the Everton half. The Everton captain, Ratcliffe, wins it to his side. Lays it out to Stevens, near side of the field. And Everton can try to attack once more, but it's going to break down as we've reached the midway point in this first half. The 12th meeting in the FA Cup between these two great sides. And the balance so far, just on Liverpool's side, they've won 6 to Everton's 5. To take us through to half-time, Peter Jones.
The ball is halfway inside the Liverpool half, and Reid is strong, and he plays it to his left, and the flag goes down the field. Another penalty. This time there was no question it wasn't. It will be a corner to Everton. Great tackle that by Lawrenson. It was just at the right time. Good move by Everton there. Broke quickly from midfield. Ball was slotted through. Lineker was onto it. Lawrenson showed his pace. Perfect.
Trevor Stephen takes the corner then for Everton far side down their left. It comes in high, and Grobbelaar missed it at the first attempt, gets it at the second attempt, and bowls sensibly out to his player manager, Kenny Dalglish. It's a little too heavy a pass in the end, and Bracewell will clear. Not far enough as far as he's concerned though. McDonald, the hard man in midfield for Liverpool. Whelan keeps it coming towards us. That's the Liverpool left. Begden lays it through the gap to McDonald. Again tries to find Whelan. Accuracy was missing. Everton take possession just below us. 5 yards inside the Liverpool half, but Liverpool win it back. Good tackling by Begden, the fullback. And then the ball is laid through the gap once more. And again, McDonald's done well to find the gap, looking for Ian Rush. Good defensive work once again. Remember Derek Mountfield passing a late fitness test early this morning, so he's alongside his captain, Kevin Ratcliffe. And there's some handful to get through for any striker, as the ball is played deep inside the Liverpool half, and it'll go into touch, and it'll be a Liverpool throw. And incidentally, the little man who was sitting precariously high up on the roof on the far side, having a marvellous view, has now been withdrawn from the scene. It's 0-0, and 24 minutes have gone in the first half. Just below us, Liverpool left. Whelan doesn't get any sort of accuracy there. It didn't matter because the ball had crossed the line. And Gary Stevens, one of the 8 men on the pitch this afternoon that are bound for Mexico for the World Cup finals, will take the throw halfway inside the Liverpool half. Below us down the Everton right. 0-0 here. High throw. Grobbelaar lost it badly. And the ball is cleared by Captain Hansen. That was a terrible, terrible mistake by Grobbelaar, who just palmed the ball away. And another cross comes in, and this time Grobbelaar's better and looked rather more like a goalkeeper.
Yes, I bet the Liverpool players were glad to see that ball cleared as the first time. He seemed that as the throw was taken, he came for it straight away, made his mind up to come and get it. And he palmed at it. It dropped, fortunately, to a Liverpool player. And he got his confidence back with the second one. He came out 12 yards out of his goal, took it very cleanly.
Not a good clearance, though, by Grobbelaar. Goes straight into touch and gives Everton possession with a throw down their left flank, 5 yards inside the Liverpool half. Van den Houw, the fullback, takes the throw. The other fullback, Nicol, gets there for Liverpool. Ball bouncing from one to the other at the moment. It's now halfway inside the Liverpool half. Reid calling for the ball. And the end is played even wider to Stevens. Stevens will hold it. It'll chip ball high inside the area. Lawrenson's there with a good header. Plays it away into space to help out the rest of his Liverpool colleagues. Finally cleared by Beglin. It skips off the top there of Mountfield's head, but fortunately for him, Radcliffe was able to clear up. Finds Reid. Bracewell's knocked off the ball, though. Rush inside the centre circle. Good ball to Dalglish. Dalglish going forward here for Liverpool. He goes inside the defender. He chips it forward. And it's wide, and the flag has gone up in any case for Dalglish. It's actually offside. But some danger for Everton, James.
Yeah, it must have been pretty close, but there was no hesitation by the linesman. None at all. It was not a reverse pass by Rush. He knew he must have had eyes on the back of his head then to see Dalglish there.
The ball again deep inside Liverpool territory. Whelan will clear, looking for Dalglish. Can't find him, and Stevens for Everton will find Reid, the chunky figure of Reid. Back to Stevens. Plays it once more. Bracewell will pick it up. Fakes to play the first ball early, then doesn't, and then he gets himself lost because Whelan tackles fiercely. And the ball is still, though, only 10 yards or so outside the Liverpool penalty area to our right. Everton coming rather more into the game after a splendid first 15 minutes by a very confident Liverpool side. Their captain Hansen has it now. Halfway inside his own half. Can't find another red shirt, and in the end plays it 20 yards to Johnston. First time header from Johnston. Accuracy was missing. Idea was there. And Radcliffe could pick it up. Captain of Wales, captain of Everton. Indeed, for the third successive FA Cup final, he's been the captain. Wilby, back to Beglin, and Beglin can do one thing only, which is turn back towards his own goal and hits it 15 yards to Grobbelaar, bounces the ball once, right to the edge of the area. Bruce Grobbelaar, good kick again with the breeze, looking for Johnston. Johnston can't get hold of the ball before Van den Houw. Now he does. Dalglish, good ball. Wilby, back to Dalglish, but spins off Dalglish's foot, and Reid is there to snap it up quickly for Everton. Long ball forward, looking for Lineker. A chance here for Lineker. Grobbelaar is saved it. Lineker's there again, and Lineker scored, and Everton takes the lead. A lovely through ball. Lineker was there. He was being chased. Grobbelaar came off his line, carried the first one. Ball ran loose. Lineker was there. It's his 40th goal of the season, Gary Lineker. It could be important. 28 minutes have gone here. Everton take the lead. Liverpool 0, Everton 1.
Yes, Liverpool have been pushing it off past Everton from the back. And it was going to be a case, I thought, of who beat the offside trap, gets the first goal, because the ball, when it came, it was Lineker's face that saw it through. He got the first shot on Grobbelaar did well to palm it. But Lineker's second time this season and 40 goals in one season. What a great way to get your 40th goal.
Well, there you are. The noise now is that particular blue part of Merseyside. Everton have got the lead here. And the ball is with their goalkeeper, Bobby Binns, the man who's taken his chance right royally and well. The injured Neville Southall, of course. Rather sad figure, Neville Southall, as he limped across just before the start on crutches, along with Neil Poynton, the young fullback, who's also got a leg injury. They're down there, though, just behind the Everton bench. They'll be pleased. They'll afford a smile. 60 minutes to half-time. Liverpool 0, Everton 1.
Yeah, I think it's one point you mentioned too. It's a good pass from Reid. Just broke this deadlock. He timed it well. The delivery was good. A superb pass, really.
Liverpool themselves, though, will go forward, and the ball is with Dalglish. Dalglish tries to go outside the defender. He can't. Ball half cleared. Stephen comes back to clear it completely. Throw into Liverpool, who now, with all their experience and quality, of course, will want to snap right back if they can. The longer Everton hold the lead, then the better their chances look in the 1986 FA Cup final. Wilby for Liverpool. Halfway inside the Everton half, strikes a good ball out to the right to the full-back, Steve Nicol. Nicol comes inside the defender, slips a little short ball, still just outside the Everton penalty area though. Now the cross will come in. Sims is there, but Mansfield takes no chances and heads the ball away for the corner. The Liverpool roar comes in from the terracing away to our right, but the flags are waving away to our left. We're all blue and white, Everton 1-0 up here. But it's Liverpool who have the corner then, far side, down their right-hand side, and Kenny Dalglish. Well, he looked as if he wanted to take it himself, as the end goes and takes it short. Receives the short ball inside the Everton penalty area. He drops to McDonald. McDonald with a little chip, and in the end it's a couple of yards wide. Good idea from McDonald. He saw him just slightly off his line. Ball was a couple of yards wide.
Yes, good fight. Good answer back by Liverpool since Everton scored. They straight back, looking to get back into the game again. Old cliche in football, good time to strike back as soon as the other team scored. Liverpool have tried to do it. Dalglish showing a bit of tenacity in the edge of the box.
As Mims will take the goal kick then for Everton, drops it inside the Liverpool half, but it falls to McDonald. Plays it back to Hansen, the tall Scottish captain of Liverpool. Through the gap, finds another Scotsman, Kenny Dalglish. In the end, the ball played wide to the eager, ever-running Craig Johnston. Yard in from the far touchline. Good tackling from Van der Hau. Loose ball though to Mulvey. Through looking, Stevens did well there because Rush was coming on the end of that ball from Mulvey. Graceful for Everton, deep inside his own half. And a long ball laid forward. Ratcliffe on the halfway line. Stevens, well, he could have just taken an extra second there because it was a good chance. And again, Lineker goes galloping forward, but the flag, I think, has gone up. In any case, and the referee says that'll be an infringement against Lawrence. So it's a free kick to Everton, and it's about 5 or 6 yards outside the Liverpool penalty area, away to our right. And a huge blue balloon bounces and skips away in the wind on the far side. That's underlining the fact Everton are 1 up. Sheedy takes the free kick quickly, headed away well by Hansen. Still only a couple of yards outside the Liverpool penalty area. Everton leading here by 1-0. Gary Lineker the scorer. And Stephen just below us down the Everton right. Back to Gary Stevens, the fullback. Long ball from him inside the Liverpool penalty area. Declan gets hold of it. Doesn't quite control it though. It's taken away from him by Stephen. Reed screaming for the ball. He doesn't get it. And the ball is laid wide to Bracewell. Now it reaches Reed. Reed squares Stevens. Early ball from Stevens inside the area. Again looking dangerous there. Everton with those 2 sharpshooters in Lineker and Sharp himself. Dalglish gets it wrong this time. McDonald was 20 yards away. But he's never ever going to get that ball. And Everton clear their lines down their right flank. That's just below us. And we've got 13 minutes to half-time here. Everton leading 1-0.
There's a bit of confidence crept into Everton since that goal, naturally, as one would expect. Haven't seen a great deal of Trevor Stevens so far. He's starting to show himself a little bit now. I think from Everton's point of view, I think they desperately needed that goal because he looked a little bit underconfident to me at the beginning.
In the meantime, Everton have won another free kick. Lineker again was the injured party. And this free kick is about halfway inside the Liverpool half. And as you can hear all around us, this part of Middlesex is ringing with Evertonian songs at the moment. They lead by 1-0 against the side that only last week tipped them at the post for the championship. Trevor Stevens takes the free kick short from Stevens. High, long ball from him. Still inside the Liverpool penalty area. Johnston's come back to help out his defence. He needs to too. The ball is close to the Liverpool corner flag in a quadrant of shadow on the far side. Most of the pitch in brilliant sunshine here. And it'll be a throw in to Everton, which the fullback Pat van den Hau will take. The Belgian, now a successful Welsh international. It's a long throw, Van den Hau, and he backs away towards the hoardings behind him. 3 or 4 yards from the Liverpool corner flag. And the throw does come in long inside that Liverpool area. Whelan's there to head the ball away. Dalglish will pick it up. Good challenge though coming in from Sheedy, acting as a defender there. Long ball, drops to Grobbelaar, challenged by Lineker. Grobbelaar was perfectly confident and safe there. Holds the ball carefully. 1 or 2 scares and alarms on 2 occasions from Grobbelaar for his defence. 1 or 2 useful saves as well. Indeed, from the Lineker run, he did save. The first one scrambled it away, did well. I think he'd get his hands to it, but the ball just ran agonisingly loose for Grobbelaar. And Lineker was there to swat it home with all the confidence of a man scoring his 40th goal. Great noise, and all of it Evertonian at the moment.
I think Bobby Robson will be glad to hear that news of Gary Lineker's goal way up in Colorado. I don't know if he can hear us today, but I'm sure that goal of Lineker's will just be what he's the kind of thing he'll be looking for. But it just shows how important it is to have a man with such great pace at the front. You know, he can always get you something when there's a bit of a struggle on. and I think that's important.
As the ball is played back safely to Grobbelaar, the Liverpool goalkeeper, to our right. And incidentally, Gary Lineker was telling Trevor Brooking before the game that he's wearing old boots today because he found when he used new ones, he couldn't score with them. So he's got old boots that are rebuilt. A right good job they've done for him, too. As the whistle will go for a free kick to Everton. A bit of pushing and shoving by Ian Rush. Such a sharp competitor now, Rush. Had an indifferent middle of the season, but the Welsh internationals come back strong. As Mims holds the ball carefully, there's not a player within 25 yards of the Everton goalkeeper. Drops it onto the halfway line. Good challenge comes in from Ronnie Whelan. McDonald comes in with a challenge too. Reid comes there to try and sort it all out and give a bit of pattern to the play. He's done that by dropping it onto Stevens, the fullback. Long ball forward. Johnston tries to pick it up. Good challenge by Bracewell, but he's lost the ball in the attempt, and Hansen can pick it up. And with plenty of time, can play it to Nicholas fullback, then just slots it square in field to Molby. Molby finds McDonald 20 yards or so inside the Everton half to our left. McDonald still holds it, then square to Whelan. Whelan puts it onto his right foot, tries to thread it through the gap, spins off Bracewell. Little back heel from Dalglish. Wasn't quite read there by either Bakelin or Rush. Well, I think Rush read it, but went the wrong way. And it'll be a throw to Liverpool, straining every muscle now to perhaps get on level terms. And they've got 9 minutes to half-time to do just that. They take the throw short, and it's back to Whelan. In turn, back to McDonald. McDonald high inside the area looking for Rush. Rush controls it, gets the shot in. Deflected though of Ratcliffe, did well there. And the ball is cleared, and Everton looking for the quick break from which they got their goal. Lineker, the scorer of that goal, finds Reid and set up that goal. That's offside, on the far side, by at least 4 or 5 yards.
Yes, you're right. It was a great tackle that by Ratcliffe. Rush turned ever so quickly, took it with his left foot. It was goal bound, certainly. Ratcliffe got his left foot across and it came out. Noticeable though when it came to the other end. Now quickly the Liverpool defence had pushed out. That's what both teams are doing at the moment. Pushing forward as quickly as possible, trying to catch the other team offside.
And it's McDonald again for Liverpool, laying it forward looking for Johnson. And Mims comes quickly off his line. And again, good tackling by the Everton defence. It was Van den Houwen outside, who just got a foot in out. Johnston was trying to go in for the kill. And Mims also did well, the goalkeeper. And Johnston went spinning. But he's very quick off the mark, is Johnston. We've seen him scoring goals like that before. And Johnston, a little wearily, he got up from that, was about 30 yards still offside. So it'll be a free kick to Everton, halfway inside their own half. Leading here by 1-0 up at Hampden Park. It's still the same scoreline. Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0. Here it's Liverpool 0, Everton 1. Ratcliffe, the captain for Everton. Left-footed free kick. Almost on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. They try to play it back to Stephen. They can't do so. And Liverpool will regroup again. Whelan forward. Little thick back header from Rush looking for Molby. Back to Rush. Tries to find Dalglish. Good clearance again by Ratcliffe. But only onto the head of Whelan for Liverpool. But the ball is with Everton once more. Gary Stevens, the short ball to Trevor Stephen on the halfway line for Everton. Long ball forward. And I must say the flag went up. I didn't say linesmen have no doubts at all. Players always feel aggrieved, of course. Indeed, Sharp did there, but the flag went up with no hesitation. And Liverpool take the free kick, and in the end, Johnston slips, but still plays the ball 30 yards back to Bruce Grobbelaar.
Yes, Liverpool are pushing the back four out quickly. And what they're trying to do, of course, is to catch Everton offside. They've caught them offside nearly every time. The one time they didn't, of course, the Nickers got through and scored.
Dalglish with a little header, getting a good ball there from Hansen, but Bracewell's there. Long through ball, now is he onside? Yes, he is onside. Sharp, and Sharp's on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Has to control it, check his stride. Plays it square. Sheedy, back to Sharp, 10 yards in from the far touchline, the Everton left. Back to Van den Houwen, his fullback. Square once more to Bracewell. Bracewell keeps it coming towards us. The right back, Gary Stevens, waits for it and collects it. McDonald shadows him, but he still finds Stephen. Stephen flicks the ball outside. Whelan's gone too far, disturbs the photographers. Goal kick to Liverpool.
Yes, that all came off another forward run by Sharp this time. It was Beglin, the player, who kept him onside. I think the tactic, obviously, from Liverpool's point of view, is to try and counteract the pace of Sharp and Lineker. Pushing the players forward all the time. If one player holds back, the whole lot then is thrown out of proportion, really, because they're getting caught.
Kick from Grobbelaar's again, long one. And the free kick is this time going Everton's way. Molby going in a bit strong. Very powerful, square-shouldered Danish international Molby. Again, had one or two stuttering moments in the season, has come very strong. Although he wasn't there at Stamford Bridge last Saturday, when Liverpool clinched the championship against Chelsea. But he's fit for this afternoon. A very important member of that Liverpool lineup he is. And Everton waits to take the free kick in no particular hurry to do so. It's a splendid comfort if they go off from the tunnel away to our left to look at the scoreboard, which at the moment says Everton 1, Liverpool 0. And Everton have the possession again. Sheedy with the cross, looking for Sharp, drops to Stephen, and runs away a little bit too quick, I think, for Stephen. And in the end, the ball fractionally over the line as he just got a control of it. And you may remember, if you were with us just before the kick-off, Trevor Brookings saying how a little bit surprised he was that there was so much grass. He felt that perhaps they could have done with a little razor blade or two, whether that's having any effect on the players. But as Trevor himself was saying, it might count in the last 10 minutes of this final. And at the moment, Everton are 1 up in this final. Rush, watched carefully by Mountfield, has to play it back in the end. Beglin, the fullback, finds McDonald, tall and leggy figure of McDonald. Back to Beglin. There's not a lot of room to move in Beglin, but he still finds McDonald with a return pass, laying it forward, too far forward. Radcliffe says that'll do nicely and lets it run on to Bobby Mims. He's playing in the manner born here. His first cup final came from Rotherham. Neville Southall had that accidental ankle injury which turned out to be so serious, and there's Bobby Mims performing splendidly. The long ball is played once more deep inside the Liverpool half, but there's time in the end for Lawrenson to tidy up. Well, the pass back in the end was safe enough, but I must say there are players like Sharp hanging around the place and Lineker. I don't think he's trying to do that too often. McDonald, Molby, flattened by Radcliffe. And this time he stays on the ground, and Radcliffe wants to take the ball away. Rather petulantly, I thought Radcliffe there trying to run away with the ball. And in the end, the free kick is taken. Molby is back in the action, inside the centre circle, plays it wide, Liverpool left, Whelan comes inside Stevens, Whelan tries to play it through the gap, gets it all wrong. Good work by Bracewell, nice simple stuff, straight back to Bobby Mims. Rapturous applause from the Everton supporters. Pleased at the moment that with some 3.5 minutes to half-time, it's Everton who lead 1-0. And the facts of the past would always suggest that it could be Everton's day, because whenever Liverpool have won the championship, it's Everton who've won the cup and the other way around. It's never been one Merseyside team that's won both. As the ball is inside the Everton half and played towards us, Stephen just checks for a moment and then just plays a nice simple safe ball. Back to Stevens, back to Stephen. Good control again by him. Possession stuff by Everton here. Stevens this time tries to play the ball forward. It collides with Whelan, but there's plenty of time for Stevens to go back under no pressure at all. And just play it gently back to Bobby Mims. Holds the ball carefully, a couple of bounces from him as the second stick away for this first half of the 1986 FA Cup final. And a goal from Gary Lineker in the 28th minute makes it Liverpool 0, Everton 1. Liverpool in possession, but deep inside their own half. Beglin onto the head of Rush, little back header from him, looking for Dalglish. Radcliffe read it, in the end has to give away the corner. That's the level as far as he's concerned, and allowing Dalglish to come in on it. And it's Dalglish himself who will take it, maybe short. Craig Johnston's there with him. That's exactly what he does. Johnston will find the fullback Nicol, who's come forward to help out. The cross comes in from Nicol. It's a bad one too, because it comes back too far. And Everton might almost come themselves on a break with Trevor Stephen, but the ball will bounce into touch, and that will be an Everton throw in any case. And Van den Haar, the left back, has come all the way over to the right-hand side of the pitch wanting to take it. And he can't, because the ball is just kicked away from him, or flicked away by Whelan. So now Everton have the ball, and they'll wait for Gary Stevens to take the throw. Short to Stephen, challenged by Whelan. Stephen plays the ball the way he's facing, which is his own goal. And again, Mims, with all the confidence in the world, comes out right to the edge of that Everton penalty area. We're now in the last minute of this first half, as Johnston challenges well as Van den Haar came in, but could do nothing with the follow-up run, and the ball will run into touch, and that same Van den Haar will take it when Bracewell gives him the ball, which he's done. And it's on the halfway line, down the Everton left, which is the far side from where we are, high up over the halfway line. Everton 1-0 up, have possession. Now they've lost it. Liverpool looking for the break themselves. It's got to be quick. Molby comes inside Reed. Still Molby. Finds Whelan down the Liverpool left. Back to Molby, halfway inside the Everton half. Plays it forward. Rush will chase after it, but it's away to the left for him. Still holds it. Plays it back to Beglin, the fullback. Square to Molby. Tries the shot. Cannons off Bracewell. Dalglish just inside the Everton area. Tries to play it through the gap to Johnston. Johnston was offside. The referee saw it, but Everton had the possession. He allowed play to go on, which is reasonable enough. Just a little bit of petulance again on the far side. yelling at the referee. Alan Robinson will go over and sort it out. And we're now moving into injury time here.
Yes, full marks to it, really, so far. I think the back four have done extremely well. Very aggressive in their approach. They've not given anything away at all. And the midfield players, close ranks, they're making it very hard for Liverpool. People like Mulby and McDonald, Whelan having to go across the pitch all the time.
Mims then with the goal kick for Everton, and there goes whistle blown by referee Alan Robinson. So Gary Lineker is the man who did it for Everton in the first 45 minutes.